Hello, my fellow ADHDers. As you know, my name is Gigi. I'm a social media manager, a mom to 3 boys, and I'm very neurodivergent. So that is what we talk about on my channel. Today, we're going to do a little something different, but we will still be talking about ADHD, the struggles, the superpowers, the things that make us itch, and all of the little things that can help us. We're still going to be talking about that stuff, some motivation, some inspiration, but today we're going to do something a little more fun because I'm in the mood of doing it. And we are going to read a comment section on a video that I myself posted. I just love reading comment sections. So I hope you'll laugh along a little with me. We are going to get a little frustrated here and there because sometimes people leave super rude comments on my posts. And sometimes they rewrite things that are very, very validating, and it's just nice. So I think we're going to enjoy it. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to do Instagram. We've had a recent post that went pretty viral. It says, neurotypical people use folders. ADHD people re-screenshot the screenshots to bring them to the front of the camera roll. And to be honest, that is so real. And I do it all the time. But anyways, it got so much engagement across all the platforms, to be honest. But on Instagram, it got 353,000 views, 14,000 likes, 474 comments. We're not going to read all of them. 335 reposts, 5,843 shares. And that's not to toot my horn, even though I am very excited, and it is a dopamine hit for me, for sure. But I think I share that because it just shows how many people relate to it, how do people get it, and how do people were like, I gotta share that with my friend. That makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, I do that too. So that's why I share that. So the first comment is from my mom. She wrote, true, laughing face. I know where I get that from, Mom. I know. So thank you for the comment. My good friend on Instagram, Red Punk Social, said, laughing face, true story. Or I find them and then add them to my favorites folder if it's something I need to use regularly for a while. And then ginger_2086 said, nah, I'm also autistic, so I regularly back up the pictures from my phone and clear my phone storage, and the backed up photos go into my database and get sorted. Okay, so that is the difference between ADHD and autism, I think, and the ones that are like separate, like they're not both. Let me know if you're also like the type of neurodivergent that's AUDHD or just autism, and is this the case for you? Because I think that's the difference sometimes. And that is so interesting because I like my folders in my phone, by the way. I like my folders in my phone. I just don't use them as much as I should. And I much rather re-screenshot a screenshot. It feels less chaotic, even though it's probably the chaos. This dude says, I feel attacked, which is kind of a theme in this post. And I promise you when I post these things, I do not mean to attack anybody, but I'm talking to myself also because I too do this, and it is just so real and it's very validating, but it's funny that people say that. Sam Moore, please, says, FK, you lady, ha ha ha, respectfully. I appreciate the respect. Claudina Rock says, isn't that what you're supposed to do? A folder? What? Weird. When people come to my posts and they say stuff like that, it's usually because they're neurotypical and they just don't understand. I think neurotypical people would use folders. Other people who are on the spectrum, different spectrums, probably would find folders super overwhelming. Read the comment section that you're in. And then Chrissy Rain 540 says, so we're all casually living the same life? Not wrong. The Caitlin Marie says, the amount of screenshots in my camera roll is insane, LMAO. And she got 581 likes on that comment. Because we're literally all doing this. And 4 people responded to her. And one person said, I think Apple should make this a new automatic folder category. I do think so. Apple, can you do that for us? What do you say? You want to be accessible, right? You want to be helpful to the people who are disabled, right? I think you do, Apple. The Caitlin Marie responded saying, I'm about to search keywords like Kindle or straight up screenshot and mass select the accidents to delete and then go through them and then create folders, LMAO, but I'm too type B for that, I think. Haha. I just searched screenshot, including screenshots of my camera roll, and I have over 15,000. And the amount of people that screenshotted their screenshots folder and put it in my TikTok comments, oh my God, it had me unraveled, and it's so happy. And then I went to check mine and I'm like, mine is lower. I don't know. Since when was this a competition? I don't know. It was just funny. Okay. And then she said, OMFG, I also only have 35,000 photos. So almost half of my photos on my phone are screenshots. I'm effing dead. That's so funny. Please point your toes. Oh my gosh, I love that username. I love usernames. She says, I screenshot it, then I favorite it, so it's all in one location. So smart. Someone responded to her saying, but then it gets further down your favorites, so you have to re-screenshot it again. They're not wrong. Someone else wrote that they feel attacked. My sister said, ha ha ha, I do that. Vienna Somerset model says, I even use reminders for tasks as phone wallpaper, lol. I've decided to buy a really good ADHD planner because of my disorganized nature. I love that for us. Someone else said, LMAO, I do this. And then somebody else said, a folder requires too much effort, in my opinion. Yup, you're part of our crew. Join the crew. And then B. Melton, 1776, says, and then there's me who does both. It's true. I do both too. Okay, here's another ADHDer. Says, I have folders. I lose things in the folders. I go to view all and scroll to screenshot the screenshots and bring them to the top. I have 11 billion empty folders. That's so, and everyone wrote in response to her, that is so accurate, realest shit ever. I do this exact same thing. Oh, I'm normal, lol. Oh my gosh. Then someone else responded, there are folders? Question mark, laughing face. Other people do this too. I can't defend myself anymore, someone says. And then I had someone say, I use folders, but I also screenshot to bring images to the front so that I don't have to spend forever digging through the folders when I need an image quickly. Exactly. This person understands. And then someone else said, oh my God, I had no idea that other people did this. Exactly. This is why I post this stuff. This is why. Oh my God, I thought that was just me. I have to keep telling people I can't just download another app so I don't have the space on my phone. They look confused or sympathetic. I contemplating telling them the reason I have no space is because going through all the screenshots is about a week's work. It is. It's probably a month's work or a year's work. I don't know. Not a week. What about the ones who set up a WhatsApp group with only them on it and then repost them on there called links to keep, having removed all other group members so only you can see it? Smart. I like the way you think. Someone else said, rude of you to call me out so blatantly for screenshotting my screenshot. And then Stacy Roller says, yes, but then never look at the screenshots ever again. Exactly. And then someone says, it's a sad day, everyone. I just went through my phone and deleted 20 gigs of videos from my phone that I recorded of me just talking to the camera and being silly that I'll never see the light of day. That makes me sad. Yep, we've all done this. Now, here is the piece of advice that I did not think of, and I've been using it so much recently ever since seeing this, and it almost makes it worth having posted it. Not for the views and the likes and the comments and all the other stuff that came in, because it was amazing. I've loved the experience of sharing this experience with other people and saying, whoa, it's a shared experience. It's not just me. I'm not the only one. Wow, I feel less crazy. That, right? I love that part. But this is the piece that I'm like, wow, I had not thought of it and now I'm doing it, so I needed to share it with you. She says, yes, we do. Or we go to the screenshot and change the date to the current date. Jenny Davis 99, thank you for that piece of advice. Thank you so much for that piece of advice. I appreciate that more than you can imagine, because literally I have been doing this. I didn't know you could change the date on a photo. Yes, you can. You can change the date on a photo. Go into a photo in your photo album. I don't know if this is all phones. I have an Apple phone. Basically, go in there and you can change the date and it brings it to the front of your photo album. Now you don't have to screenshot screenshots. The thing is, it does take a little more brain power. It does take a little more effort in a way. Sometimes it takes a little more effort. So I'm like, is it worth it? Sometimes I have the ability to do it, sometimes not. But anyways, try that out. If you've been someone who screenshots the screenshots, like we all are doing apparently, all of us ADHDers, give that a go and let me know how it is, please. If you want to go check out the comment section, go follow me on Instagram. It's ADHDGGK. Even when people write rude things or funny things, I just laugh. I just think it's funny. I don't know. It's a good time. I'm here for having a good time. That is about it for today. We will read more comment sections like this. We will continue talking about ADHD. We're going to continue talking about it and helping each other. That is what this channel is for. I hope you found this humorous and helpful and a fun part of your day. If you're ADHD or not ADHD, I hope that it helps you in some way. Other than that, I have nothing more to say today, so I will see you in my next video.